All right, I hope you've already went and watched the Showdown, Hoedown. I'm not going to talk about all that stuff twice, right? Like a lot of the weather stuff, I try to be pretty vague about it. I don't see a huge weather edge. Contest selection, all that, that's all over there on Showdown, Hoedown. Go watch it. The hat says to. But I will talk to you about the Rosetta Stone real quick. If you don't know, the biggest news is the injury watch. They're not injury watch. It's more of a cut watch. If you don't know, old fuckface Coke here, if he makes a birdie on his 18th hole, which I got to say is not very likely based on where he's at on that hole. But if he managed to, everybody that's at +2 will not make the cut, okay? So those are all the guys marked there in magenta, all right? That's all those guys. There's 7 of them total, 8 if you count. I've got some Coke on my nose. So there you go. That's the first thing. Next thing is, as always, we got our pivots, we got our sleepers, and we got our high leverage. High leverage just simply means that they are more likely to show up in the optimals than they will be owned. And then pivots are, you feel like this range is too chalky and you want to really get off of it, go play Scotty Scheffler instead of Rory or Rahm. Go play Will Zalatoris instead of Hatton or Thomas. You know what I'm saying? That's all a pivot is, right? And then sleepers are, of course, sleepers. They're guys that fucking could win you a GPP, or your lineup could be dead by 10 a.m. So just know what you're signing up for when you play them. As always, we have cash plays. I'm not going to pick the low-end cash plays. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to play cash tomorrow. I like to only play cash when I see an edge, because cash, when all things are equal, is basically, even if you're really good, it's a 55% proposition, and that barely covers the rake. So that's why I like to play cash so much round 1 and round 2 Showdown. I don't play much on round 3, and then not much on round 4 either. I think it's a great day to just play GBBs. But you do you. If you like cash, you're having success with it, do it. These are some guys I would consider for cash. High upside guys are just guys that tend to hit 95th percentile outcomes more often than their peers. And then orange are just guys you can mix in a GPP. Got our ownership, 3 buckets. Ownership has been getting more and more dispersed on round 3 Showdown. I will take some credit for that. Tee times. There are no tee times yet because the dude hasn't finished his round, so we can't have tee times. But they'll almost certainly go off in 2s, maybe 3s, but they will be going off all day from 1. Okay, so it's going to be one of those days where, like, by the time the first guy's finished, the leaders won't even be close to teeing off, right? So it's going to be a full 12-hour watch tomorrow. So, you might be doing really good if you stack early guys. Or, what I like to do is go play 1 or 2 guys early, and then if they get off to a hot start, I start thinking, oh, shit, we're live, bro. We live, bro. So if you want to know what tee times are, it's very simple. The worse their score is, the earlier they'll tee off. Okay, who's going to tee off last? It's going to be all the leaders. It's going to be, Spieth, Kitayama, and who else is at -7? Somebody else. Damn, did Cam Young just fall apart at the end? I must have missed something. Who else? I thought there was somebody else at -7. I guess not. Maybe Schauffele at 6? I don't know. So there you go. That'll be tee times. Okay, I'm sorry we don't have the exact time, but you know what? Yeah, take that up with the PGA and their slow-ass courses. Got their scores, you got your coulds, your be carefuls, which be careful doesn't mean don't play them. I'm just saying, like, be careful. These guys are going to be high owned and are coming off a good round, and I have to say that there's a decent chance that that's not the best. True approach, I love. Once again, all this is doing is getting rid of outlier shots. Anything that is just an exceptional shot or anything that is a terrible shot, it takes off. So we get a good idea of what 90% of their round look like. So like Max Homa gaining 3 on true approach is just fucking insane. That's insane. Good approach is the number of good approach shots they hit. The higher that number is, the more really good looks they're giving themselves at birdie, right? So a guy like Homa, Schauffele, Hatton, Connors, incredible rounds. Wyndham Clark, that's what good approach means. By the way, you don't have to use all these. Use what you like. I've got my favorites. You may have your favorites, and they're probably different. I just want them all to be here so you can take as much or as little information as you want. Short game regression is how likely they are to bounce back with their putter and their short game versus what we would expect and how they have done so far in this tournament. Bad round regression, obviously Jon Rahm had a 1 percentile type round today, so he is the most perfect candidate for a bounce back round as you could be, just simply based on, his round was horrific versus his baseline. Historical round 3 scoring, a guy like Patrick Cantlay, for whatever reason, he just fucking roasts round 3s. Probably because Patrick Cantlay's a bitch, and, like a lot of times, like, oh, I don't want to be here. I'm just going to miss the cut. And then when he decides he does want to be somewhere and he's going to play, he kind of fucking roasts it. Let's face it. But the guy is a bitch. Might be my new least favorite player. I think so. I'm going to stand by that statement. Got our projections up. These are rough drafts. We will put out some other ones later tonight, but, just trying to get them out to you. Price relationship is how good somebody's price is on DraftKings compared to FanDuel. So when you see somebody like Justin Thomas, only $9,000 on DraftKings, he's going to be so fucking popular tomorrow because he's too damn cheap. That's the answer, bro. I'll let other people go down with that ship. And maybe they'll fucking ship it. I don't care. I ain't fucking playing him. One guy I'm definitely not playing, Justin Thomas. One guy I'm definitely playing, I don't know. Somebody not named Justin Thomas. All right, I think that's it. And then, of course, we got their scoring over here. If you don't want to go over to Data Golf, we have total so far for the previous round and event, ball striking, which is approach and off the tee combined, short game, which is putting and around the green combined, off the tee approach, around the green and putting individually. There you go, man. That's it. Good luck. Use this. Let's get some screenshots tomorrow. Let's keep kicking some ass, but most of all, let's have some fun. I'll talk to you motherfather soon.